Journey is more beautiful than the destination. There is a beautiful poem. The poem is about a soul, a very old, evolved soul. The soul has been searching for God for millions of lives. He has seen Him sometimes far away near a star, and he started moving that way, but by the time he reached that star, God had moved to some other place. But he went on searching and searching. He was determined to find God's home. And the surprise of surprises was one day he actually reached a house where on the door it was written, God's home. You can understand his joy. You can understand how happy he must have become. He runs up the steps, and just as he is going to knock on the door, suddenly his hand freezes. An idea arises in him. He thinks, if by chance this is really the home of God, then I am finished. My seeking is finished. I have become identified with my seeking, with my search. I don't know anything else. If the door opens and I face God, I am finished. The search is over. Then what? Then there is an eternity of boredom, no excitement, no discovery, no new challenge, because there cannot be any challenge greater than God. He starts trembling with fear, takes his shoes off his feet, and descends back down the beautiful marble steps. He took the shoes off so that no noise was made, for his fear was that even a noise on the steps and God may open the door, although he has not knocked. And then he runs. He runs as fast as he can. He runs as fast as he has never run before ever. He used to think that he had been running after God as fast as he can. But today, suddenly, he finds energy which was never available to him before. He runs as he has never run, not looking back. And then the poem ends with the soul expressing his deepest revelation. He says, I am still searching for God. I know His home, so I avoid it and search everywhere else. The excitement is great, the challenge is great, and in my search, I continue to exist. God is a danger. I will be annihilated, but now I am not afraid even of God because I know His home. So, leaving His home aside, I go on searching for Him all around the universe. And deep down, I know my search is not for God. My search is to nourish my soul. When you are at the very last part of a certain stage of your life, you are perfectly aware that now you cannot go back. You cannot return. You will not be able to come back. You are learning. and now you are standing on the college stage, ready to receive your graduation degree. You know now all the fun, all the search, all the excitement is going to cease the moment you accept the graduation degree. You are in love, you are madly in love, and you have been longing for the love of your life, and now you are standing at the doorsteps of marriage. You know that now all the fun, all the excitement is going to cease. The moment you have arrived, all the excitement of the journey you had so far is now coming to an end. The soul in the poem is also at the crossroad. He is trembling because now all the waiting, the searching, the longing, the excitement, the challenge is going to cease the very moment when God opens the door and he finally meets God. The soul is a lover of God, and lovers are mad in love. And they are so much mad in love that their love, their devotion is always overflowing. For a lover, love is like breathing. It is his deepest quality. Wherever he is, whomsoever he is with, or even if he is alone, love goes on overflowing from him. It is not a question of being in love with someone, it is a question of being loved. The poem ends with the words, I am still searching for God. I know His home, so I avoid it and search everywhere else. How beautiful is this and how insightful. Only the heart can feel the depth. Only the heart can vibrate with the message of this beautiful poem written by Rabindranath Tagore. The soul is so much in love, is so much devoted to his God, that he simply wants to rejoice in his love, his devotion, his fragrance, his bliss. In the end, he realizes the truth of his life, that all along his journey was never towards God, his journey was with God. They are in each other all along. Lovers don't finally meet somewhere. Lovers are in each other all along. The beauty is in the longing. The beauty is in the waiting. The beauty is in the nourishment of your soul. Once there was a student of fine arts, and his name was Joshua. Joshua was mastering the art of painting. He requested his master to look at his painting. He had painted a beautiful lotus flower, the flowing river water, the flying birds, and a huge banyan tree under which a young monk was seen in deep meditation. He took his canvas painting with him and showed it to his master. The master looked at it, smiled, and said, Apply a dry brush for the sky, that will help. Joshua earnestly followed the master's instructions. Next day, he showed the painting to his master, And the master said, "Still some fineness is missing." Joshua spent the entire night on making the paint more realistic, more appealing. The next morning, he showed it to his master. The master said, "I don't see the reflection of the rising sun on the flowing river water. You missed it." Joshua went back and implemented the master's suggestion. Again, he showed it to the master, and the master had a few more suggestions. And this continued for days and weeks. Every time Joshua would show his painting, the master would bring some new learning, new ideas to his awareness. And Joshua would continue to implement it. Days and weeks and months passed. Joshua would show his painting, and the master would bring more awareness to his consciousness. And the painting continued to evolve. One day, one fine afternoon, as usual, Joshua showed the newly updated painting to his master. And what happened next was beyond his expectation. The master took him in his arms, hugged him warmly, and then he said, "Joshua, you have done it." And then the master left. Imagine, days and weeks and months, Joshua was happily implementing the master's ideas into his painting. And suddenly, that day, everything had come to a standstill. He started crying. He looked up in the skies. He looked below on the ground. He looked left and he looked right. He looked in all directions and he couldn't find the answer to the most difficult question that had now arisen in his life. The question was, now what? The excitement, the longing to get the master's approval, the yearning to achieve excellence, the love that he felt when the master would catch his mistake and ask him to introspect on his painting, all of that had now come to an end. He started crying. Young Joshua couldn't stop his flowing teardrops. With every drop of tear, he was fondly remembering all the wonderful moments of learning through the compassionate, benevolent Master. He was truly enjoying every moment that he had spent in all these years of education, of creating the most beautiful painting under the compassionate guidance of the benevolent Master. And now, the benevolent, deeply compassionate Master said, "Joshua, you have done it." He had approved, he had accepted. Now what? On one hand, there is this joy of accomplishment, and on the other hand, it is about missing all those moments of learning that he had so fondly experienced under the guidance of the Divine Master. The Master says, "You have done it." The Master has been compassionately guiding Joshua for days, weeks, and months. But in the end, when the painting reached the point of excellence, the Master says, "You have done it." The Master gives all the credit to Joshua. Joshua is now unable to control his feelings. He continues to weep just the way a child weeps when the mother is not around. He is going to miss his master, The master has left. The painting is now completed, and with that excitement, the longing also has come to an end. The beauty is not in reaching to the destination. The real beauty of life is to experience the many ups and downs, the many swings, the many unpredictable moments of life that we go through while trying to reach our destinations. Sometimes in life, we become so focused on the finish line that we fail to find joy in the journey. And the real joy is in the journey of our life. And that is what one of the greatest poets, Rabindranath Tagore, is saying through this beautiful poem. The soul is happy in his search, in his waiting, in his longing for God. The soul must long for God in order to be set aflame by God's love. But if the soul cannot feel the longing, then it must long for the longing. To long for the longing is also from God. It is God who chooses men and not men who chooses God. It is the master who chooses the disciple and not the disciple who chooses the master. Ramakrishna Paramhansa, one of the greatest saints, says, longing is like the rosy dawn. After the dawn out comes the sun. Longing is followed by the vision of God. The beauty is in the journey and not in the destination. One who realizes this truth of life rejoices in his or her journey of life and is least worried about reaching the destination. No matter how many high and low phases he goes through, he enjoys the ride. For a learner, a failure is also a source of learning. So, where is the question of being a loser? It is about the journey and not the destination. Focus on the journey, not the destination. There is nowhere to reach. Your life is an eternal journey. One who self-realizes this is always found in peace, in his bliss, in his childlike innocence. He is no more meditating, he is meditation. He is no more the mind, he has arrived. You can also join him. You can also connect with him. He is not on the outside, he is very much within you. That is your soul. Quieten the mind and the soul will start speaking. Then there is a song to it, a dance. Then life is no more a misery but an eternal journey of bliss, peace, and tranquility. You are far from the end of your journey. Always remember this. You are far from the end of your journey. The way is not in the sky. The way is in the heart. See how you love. says the Buddha. Let there be more and more focus on enjoying, experiencing, and learning from the journey of your life. Focus on the journey and not on the destination. Meditate.